Put me on the tracker, kid. Anyway, what's the crack? Hope everyone is good. Random, but I said I'd pick up the camera because something was clear to me in the gym this evening. I went to train push. Mondays are my busiest day, so I'm just like, Monday I'm in flow state with work. And a lot of Mondays, my push gets pushed to the evening time. I'm just home. Now, it is like nearly 9 o'clock, I think. Had to run into Lidl. It's 8:45. Had to run into Lidl and grab a couple of bits. And one thing that was, I said I'd pick up the camera. Dan's not home yet, and I have to put away the shop and all that kind of crack. So I said, you can chat to me for a little bit. But, lads, please, mother of God. I know most of you watching this, probably everyone watching this, will have a training plan. But this time of year, you know, people obviously go gym in evenings, etc. I know it's mostly veg. A man who's in the off season and it's mostly veg, but we were out of pretty much everything. I had no meat today. I ran out of meat. So it's literally been egg whites and whey as my protein for the day. But most people watching this will have a training plan. But the amount of people that I see in the gym nowadays, right? And again, it's just giving you some awareness. If you don't have one, go and get one, is a training plan. Most people will have one and know what they're doing. Lads, if you haven't already, any of you, I really recommend, go to Lidl, get the smoked paprika and chipotle sauerkraut. Lad. And a lot of people have a training plan, a lot of people won't have a training plan either, but the amount of people that I'm seeing in the gym with no training plan is mad. And you just know by them that they don't have a training plan first and foremost. And for their own sake, you might as well be in there actually like moving forward. Do you know that kind of way? If you've no training plan, if you've no structure at all towards your training, you're going to struggle to see a return from your training. At the least, what I might do, actually give back to people on here, is give out a little bit of a training plan. Like, if you click the link in the description below, that will take you through to my coaching inquiry, and just tell me that you're looking for a training plan. If you don't have one, I will set you up with a little training plan, whether that's 3 days, 4 days, or 5 days, just for people to get a good gist of a training plan that they can follow. Again, it won't be bespoke, it won't be tailored to what you might be needing for you specifically, but that's what coaching is for, obviously. And I have to respect that with my clients, but it's just mad to see the amount of people that are in there just going through the motions, you know what I mean? And it's just annoying, because they could be people that will be making a lot of progress, do you know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people go to the gym for enjoyment, like we all go to the gym for enjoyment, for the most part. But you're not going just for enjoyment, are you? Do you know what I mean? If you are going just for enjoyment, at the end of the day, grand, belt away, do what you want to do, but we're not. We're going for progress, simple as. We know we are, you know, and you know you're going there for progress, so you might as well be making a bit of progress, do you know what I mean? What do I need for the food? What am I having post-workout? Chicken and rice and pineapple. Because you might as well be making progress. You know, I say to a lot of the lads, like at the moment, like who are in the gaining phase especially, when it's slow gratification, you know, and the results that you're getting are slow, you need to have goals that are focused on strength. You need to have goals that are focused on what you're doing inside the gym every single week, that keeps your spark there, that keeps you alive. Like, it's a big thing for me going in at the moment. I was saying to one of the lads in checking today, you know, I'm at that point now, which I would say to you as well, I'm at that point where it's a fight now. You know the way over the last couple of weeks, if you've been following along, like progressions have just been bang, 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 which is always the case at the start of an off season, the start of a gain phase, the start of a bulk. But now I'm at the point where those progressions, Jesus, might have myself an old glass of wine, lad, a glass of rosé. Those progressions are a fight, and I need to fight for every rep, basically. And it's just a case of going in there and, you know, being a bit harder in terms of everything that you're doing, you know. But if you're at the start now, like, you can make a lot of progress over the next 8 weeks, just up until the end of the year, which will just boost you into the start of 2026, so you're not chasing your tail coming into summer and stuff. But you might as well, as I said, be actually getting something out of it, because I say to a lot of the lads, you're going to be in the gym right now, this week, this month, and you're going to see the exact same person in the gym next year, same time. They're going to be lifting the same weight. They're going to look the exact same, if not fucking worse. But if you're doing what we're doing here, you're building up weight slowly, moving along, just sticking to what you're supposed to be doing in terms of training. Like, it is monotonous, do you know what I mean? Like, you're doing the same shit every single session. But that's what builds the physique, is just going in there, getting strong on the same movements that your body is getting used to, on the same patterns. You know, I was in there doing push this evening. I'm doing the same exercises. Although I've changed, like, split a small little bit, still same exercises, and it's a fight for a lot of those exercises now. Like, there's one incline press that I do, it's the granite incline. I am fighting for a rep here and there with that at the moment. And by God, it is bloody sore. But anyway, woke up this morning, we checked in. Wasn't unhappy, wasn't like overly like upset or overly like impressed, I suppose you could say, with checking shots. Also, I have a new office setup that Dan made me do yesterday, so the lighting setup has kind of changed with it, everything. So compared photos, I was happy in terms of body composition. And in terms of how we're feeling, compared to the weekend, I'm feeling good. Like, today, I said it to one of the lads, like, last week, I just wasn't overly happy with my standard of everything that I do in terms of just steps where they want to be and just adherence as a whole to the plan, lads. And if you find you slipping there a small little bit in terms of just adherence to the plan, if you're in the gainer phase, you need to nip that in the bud, like, now, right? If I let me last week, just in terms of, obviously we went out for food, no, we got food there Friday, and just in terms of like steps, as I said, and just keeping up with those small little things, like just the little things that I do on a daily basis that I've kept up. I noticed last week myself just being a little bit more kind of laid back with, which is fine in a way, like if you're still taking the major rocks, but that stuff can have a knock-on effect, you know, and I just noticed that last week. And I just said to myself, just nip that in the bud today, lad. Nip that in the bud, just up. First thing, cardio out the way, then into work. I love, I was saying this to Nico a couple of weeks ago when we were up at one of his shows. I was like, I get the Sunday scaries going into the Monday, because Monday is full on, lad. I think there's like, right now, I think there might be 24 or 25 maybe check-ins on a Monday morning, or just on a Monday as a whole, which is just full on. And then you've got, like, you go through the check-ins, and then, like, obviously you have the messages flowing through off the other check-ins. Anyone who's not checking in on a Monday might be coming to you with something usually on a Monday. It's bloody full on, but I love it. I love just getting in and just boom on a Monday, just fucking full on. Because people on a Monday start checking in on a Sunday, and I'm seeing the stuff coming through. And like the odd time I'll do, if a couple of check-ins come through on a Sunday and I'm not doing anything, I'll do a couple on a Sunday just because, like, I want to do them. And it obviously helps with workload on a Monday. But right now I'm in a position where it's just a case of flow and just keeping up with things. Also, I got GHKCU in the post today, so I'm going to be getting on that from tomorrow, and I will give you some feedback on that as well. Also, GH, I'm going to pull back a tiny bit on for just a couple of days to see how things are. I have a little bit of what I think might be a little bit of a nerve, a little bit of a trapped nerve from, it's not like the trapped nerve that you might kind of think, but trapped nerve from GH being that little bit high at the minute, which mightn't be, but I'm just ruling it out. So I'm pulling GH back a tiny little bit just to see. I've just had this all week since about Thursday. This is going back to the video that I was on Saturday, I think we were chatting about just me feeling just a bit fucked. Like, not the whole arm in itself, but my whole fist. Remember I was chatting to you about like the fist being like bowling balls, just being very puffy. But this left hand is just fizzy and fucking numb. It's basically been numb for the last 4 days, kind of. It comes and goes in different bouts where it'll be like a lot more numb than others. But I was just like, what the hell is going on here? And I think it could be a little bit of carpal tunnel because of the GH. But it mightn't be, lad, as I said. Going to get bloods done just so we can be at ease with what we want to do and where we want to go, and then we're just going to continue driving on. Everything is going to stay the same again for another week. Just me be on top of my shit, just that little bit more, you know what I mean? And just be on top of it in regards to like just steps, just not that they need to be as high as I have them anyway, but I just like having them that little bit higher. I just like having them that little bit higher. Also, lads, intra-workout went in for the first time in a couple of years. remember I did use carbs before. Christian had me on carbs before, to be fair. I think I worked up to maybe 50 gram of carbs. I definitely did notice I'm just only using 25 gram of carbs into workout here now to start from JP Sustain that we got there over the weekend. I definitely did notice it. Like, I had it gone by like my top set on like my big incline press. I was just down in a couple of shots. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not drinking it throughout the session. I'm just getting it in there with the EAAs just in one hit. So you're just getting one hit of carbs that digests like instantly. Those like cyclic dextrin, there's fructose in there. There's something else in there as well. What is it? Some kind of, anyway, whatever it is. Those carbs just digest instantly. The same with like getting your MPS spike from the EAAs. You just get that spike. Instead of drinking it throughout the entire session, it's basically like a meal. It's like a mini meal in the middle of the session. Instead of like, say you were in the gym with a chicken and rice, yeah? Or just say you were at home with a chicken and rice and you were just eating the chicken and rice across like an hour and a half. Or you were just eating it there in one go. It's just like that for an intra workout. You're just boom, having it there in one go. It's digesting straight away. You're getting that hit of carbohydrates in. And then I'm also getting that little spike in that MPS spike, which gives me another little protein feeding basically. Like, again, it's not a big deal. It's only a little 1%er kind of thing. But we're in the game of the major and minors. Is that what they say? Anyway, I'm going to get post-workout cooking. Chicken and rice, lad. This would usually be prepared and it is quite late. It's 9 o'clock. But so be it. So be it. I just wanted to chat to you. Main thing there, as I said to you, a couple of messages to get back to. Main thing, as I was saying there to you, is training. Go in there with a set training plan. Again, if you're new to it all, send me a message. I'll help you out with a training plan, whether that be 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, whether that be 2 days. Full body, upper body, lower body, whatever kind of split that works best for you in terms of where you're at the moment. But the best thing you can do is just go in there, know what you're going to do. Instead of going in there on a Monday, right, looking around, gym is busy in itself anyway, and you're like, right, what will we do today? And like, you're faffing about, you know, you're doing a little bit of fucking chest press, lad, then you like, I see some lads in there, you know, they go in there fucking on the chest press, then they might be doing a bicep curl, then the next minute you see them, they're back doing a shoulder press, then they might do a tricep, then they might do a lat pull down, then you might see them on a fucking, well, no, you wouldn't really, like, leg day, usually with fellas these days, is leg day, lad, but when it comes to like other stuff, you know, like doing chest and like, if it works, but you don't want to be going in this year now here at the start of November and come next November, because I know there's a lot of people that will be lifting the exact same weight, looking the exact same. If you're lifting pretty much similar weight and you look completely different, fair enough. You do you've got it under control. But if you look the exact same or you don't look any better for it, then now is the time to do something about it. Like, just have that structure in place, because you go into the gym with a plan of action. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing when it comes to like training late at night here is just some machines and shit are taken, or you're waiting for some machines and stuff. I was pretty solid now tonight. I went in, made a couple of manipulations. Like, I didn't do pec deck. I did fucking D-handle cable flies. Other than that, we had a good session. A good old pump. Body is quite sore, but that's a good Monday ticked off, lad. I love a Monday. I get nervous coming into Monday during the weekend, but when Monday comes around, you're just like bang, bang, bang. And today's been a good day. We've ticked all the boxes, just nail food for the rest of the day, and then get up and do a similar thing tomorrow. We've got pull on the cards tomorrow. That's where we're at. Been going for like 13 or 14 minutes. Might have gotten you through like half your cardio session. Maybe more, lad. Maybe more. It depends where you're at. Keep up your cardio. Get your steps done. Hope you're enjoying a meal if you're eating a meal. I'm going to go cook up a meal now before I go shaky. Even though I probably won't go too shaky. But fasting blood glucose is still in a pretty good spot. Insulin will go in this week at some point if my needles arrive. I'm just waiting for the bloody needles to arrive. But anyway, enough shit talk. Drop the video a like, lad. Comment down below if you watch to the end of it and you are a loyal lad watching this. Comment down below pepper. Even though no one will do that. Just no one will they? No, they won't. Subscribe if you haven't already. We might see you back here again tomorrow. Who knows? We might.